participate.
Hey, everyone. And welcome to Rivals of Waterdeep in Avernus.
Are you trying to harmonize?
Yes.
Is that what that was?
Yeah, I like that.
That was really nice.
I want to do 3 times higher than whatever he's doing.
Right, yeah, there you go.
No.
Welcome to Shenanigans Sunday Shenanigans with your Rivals crew. We will go around the table and introduce ourselves, our characters, and our pronouns, and then we will begin. Starting stage left, our right.
I'm glad you said that. He does this every week to mess with me because I wasn't.
One day you will remember, and you'll just become a theater kid.
No. No, I won't.
Theater kids rock. Yeah.
Freeze frame.
Right.
Yeah, what was that?
I don't know.
It
And
was-
this is why Celise is like, I'm out. Hi, I'm Tanya. I am your paladin who is not just grumpy, but incredibly incendiarily, that's a word, angry this session. Celise and I's pronouns are she, her. Please stop it, you weirdo.
I actually wanted to see if you could hold that for the whole time because I don't think you could. I think around Carlos, I think you'd be teetering, you'd be teetering a little bit. All right, I'm Sharif Jackson. I play your Tiefling Warlock Shaka. Pronouns he, him.
Oh, goodness. That was unsettling. Hi, hello. I'm Serena. I play Ashbourne, your half-elf ranger, along with her trusty companion, Chips, who is a fox.
Hey, my name is Carlos Luna. I play Robbie Dirty D Jellymint. Both our pronouns are he, him.
And I am your dungeon master.
That's creepy.
Cicero Holmes.
Anyone listening to the podcast, he just held a really weird stare.
Yes, it was very, very animatronic.
Like Mark Zuckerberg.
Yes,
Much like-
again,
No,
much like
what
Mark
you were
Zuckerberg.
talking about
That was a callback to you before the cameras were rolling. I am Cicero Holmes. I am your dungeon master this season, as well as Perrin Underbow and all of your NPCs. Both Perrin and Cicero's pronouns are he, him. The NPCs will vary based on who they are. So before we get into our recap, there's a lot to recap, I think, this week, right?
The first time I ever want to skip a recap. First time in 45 episodes. I vote to skip the recap.
Gosh, so many notes.
Yeah. So I guess before we get started, we don't really pay bills, but we celebrate our friends.
Yes.
And in the first part of our friend celebration, our friends celebration.
Friendsabration?
Friend celebration.
Celebrants?
That sounds
Yes. Celebrants.
Celebrants.
Sell all of our friends.
Right. Hey, that was one of the first songs I had to perform on stage.
Oh, really?
Was Mr.
Cellophane.
Yeah,
Oh, I
Mr.
like that
Cellophane.
I
You never know that
performed
I'm there.
Dream to Dream from Fifo Goes West, surprising nobody who knows me.
Wait, what's Dream to Dream by?
That's the song from Fifo Goes West, like the little girl mouse
Fifo
sings
Goes
it.
West.
Goes
Wow.
West.
Goes
Nah,
West.
yeah,
I remember
American
Five Goes
Girl.
West. Wow, I haven't thought about that in
She
a
becomes
very
like a
long
little
time.
showgirl. Anywho, Anywho.
I'm a country mouse. You're a city mouse.
Was Five Goes West?
Better? Yes.
Ooh, controversial
Yes.
Bible.
Wait a minute.
I see Joe back there.
Over there.
Joe back there shaking his head.
Support.
Wow.
Joe's back there shaking his head.
Wow.
Is it better than part? Okay.
Maybe
We're not
we
gonna get
skip a
into this.
recap and get
Maybe we recap Five Goes West.
West. Wow.
I wanted Fievel's hat so bad.
Yeah, yeah,
When
he
I
did
was a
have a
kid,
pretty
oh my
cool,
god, it was so cool. I wanted one.
Pretty cool. hat.
So our cellar friends are Fievel, and yes, it's Don Bluth. Our first cellar friend are the good folks over at D&D Beyond. D&D Beyond is a great site that you can use to help, subsidize your adventure with digital, like characters and character sheets and all of the great stuff. And if you're in the chat today, there will be a code word, a secret word that you can use to hopefully win a legendary bundle from our friends over at D&D Beyond. Make sure you guys go to dndbeyond.com if you're in the chat and you don't get a legendary bundle, or if you're listening to this after the chat, so that you can create your own legendary bundle over at dndbeyond.com. Also, guys, we've got great dice trays and dice vaults from our friends over at Wormwood. They're awesome. Thank you, guys. We celebrate our friends. They are Friends Wormwood. And also, we've got awesome dice. Look at those dice.
Look at him.
Ooh.
Look at them.
Those
Just
dice.
look at him.
No, it is.
Oh.
Those dice.
100% cheese.
Yeah,
That
made from
is
cheese.
blue crumbled cheese.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They're
Yeah,
just
the
molded
purple
into
is
those
just like
things.
that
Yes,
natural.
yes.
Wow,
Yes,
this
yes.
is
Yeah.
more Fievel talk.
Absolutely,
They have,
absolutely.
an aroma.
If you are lactose intolerant,
Fear not.
yeah, you can still use those. You do have to refrigerate them.
Yeah.
They're very cold, very cold
yeah,
to
way
the
too
touch.
cold.
If I lick my finger,
you could have actually touched them though.
yeah,
Do not put your finger and touch my
Right.
dice.
lick
No.
my finger and touch them, then they'll be stuck to them.
Yes.
Yeah.
But those dice came from Level Up Dice. If you want awesome cheese dice or non-cheese dice, the only place to go is Level Up Dice. And if you want to help us help us to help you get dice, make sure you use our Dicemancy program, where if you use our program and you start ordering dice, then we can help us help you to help you get even more awesome, creative, and wonderful non-dairy dice from Level Up Dice.
Non-dairy dice.
Non-dairy dice. Hashtag sponsor.
That's their tagline that they have at Level Up right now.
Non-dairy
Yes,
dice.
exactly.
Yeah.
Non-dairy dice.
Non-dairy dice.
You're
the
welcome.
best of all the non-dairy dice. Yeah, there will be in the future, I think, more friends to celebrate, more Cella-friends. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's going to happen. But what's going to happen now, guys,
Well,
is a recap, right?
No.
No.
Recap.
Fievel goes
let's
west.
do
Yes.
it.
Oh, we should say where Brandon is.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh,
right.
yeah,
Yeah,
right,
that's
yes,
right. Yes,
yes.
Brandon is spooky. He is so he is doing his Scarathon.
Scarathon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Scarathon,
his
yep.
Scarathon, his annual Scarathon. Is for
money.
for Take
Yeah,
This.
For the
for the
Trevor
the
Project.
for the Trevor Project.
Yes,
It's on.
You guys did. Take
It's
This.
it's on twitch.tv/Scarathon TV. I watched him last night and I donated $50 and he smacked a pie in his face.
Did he really?
Yeah, it was
Oh,
pretty,
wow.
pretty entertaining. I know their goal is 7,500. When I was watching last night, they were at like 5,100.
Oh, okay.
They're
like if-
20,000 goal now.
Oh, okay. Oh,
wow.
Okay, well they've gone up significantly then.
Yeah.
So if you're listening live, after the show, definitely stop by and donate. They got a whole bunch of different streamers all weekend. So
Right, and if you're not listening live, just jump in your DeLorean, and then you can donate.
Of course.
Everybody's got one.
Yep.
Just
Everyone's got one.
Use
Everyone's
Mr.
got
Fusion, and since we just celebrated Back to the Future 2 Day this past week, October 21st is Back to the Future 2 Day.
Oh, I didn't know that.
it's an official federal holiday.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. My office was open.
Yeah, they're not
Jeez.
American.
Nope.
Not American. America. So, guys, Brandon's gone,
Yep.
but not forgotten.
Nope.
He is scary.
Yep.
Yes.
He's going through his own personal hell.
Wow.
Oh, all right.
Real deep.
Okay.
Right. It's time for us to talk about the Rivals' own personal hell.
Wow.
Previously on Rivals of Waterdeep. So guys, last week wasn't a really momentous episode. Not a lot
No, we
happened
just
to
saw a
recap.
show. It was actually pretty boring. We just watched the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everyone
yeah.
was fine, and nobody was sad.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. No. Yeah. So I mean,
Yeah, like Little Smoke performed. It was great.
yeah,
The
so-
end. Let's go to the game.
Retcon.
So guys, what happened? We opened the show with getting ready to watch a show last week's episode titled Hip Hop Rules. We were about to listen to some great hip hop from Perrin Underbow and Lil Smoke.
And a super metal looking person came up on stage.
Yes.
Lucas?
Lucas Claudius.
Yeah, Lucas
Yes.
Claudius.
I just picture Andrew Dice Clay.
don't know
Yeah,
what
not
that
not
person
too
looks
far.
like.
The description was kind of
Looks like a biker Nick Nolte.
yeah,
right?
Nick
So,
Nolte
like,
as,
biker,
in
that's
a
what it was.
biker gang, as an Azamar, Nick Nolte biker gang. Yeah, it was this guy. He introduced a lot of stuff. I want to send a special shout out to one of our friends, one of the people in the Rivals community who submitted this character, Travis Woodall. Who actually created this character from our extra live stream as one of the bonuses. If you contributed it at a certain level, you could add a character. So that character was not in the Descent to Avernus, but created by one of you. And I introduced him into the show, and he has cemented his place
That's awesome.
in Rivals lore.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill him.
You gotta get behind Celeste.
Vengeance.
So Lucas, very bikerish, came and introduced the show and talked about Lil Smoke and how proud he was of him for doing what needed to be done in order to gain his residency here at the Wandering Emporium's Mahati Square Garden, MSG, the music hall there at MSG, the Nine Hells' most famous arena. And then I guess during the middle of the MC's MCing, he kind of turned everything upside down and took the spotlight off the stage where it should be and brought it onto you guys
Yeah.
in the crowd.
Yeah.
You know,
basically the entire audience is there to kill us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody there was
Yeah.
someone or groups of people we've wronged in the past in some shape or form
Yeah.
and was out to murder.
Yeah,
us.
and you could imagine that they were not very happy to see you guys. Nope. But it looked like they were expecting you.
Because Lil Smoke had Lil Smoke. When I get my hands
What
on that
does
one.
Lil Smoke look like? Have we ever described Lil Smoke?
I have not described Lil Smoke. Lil Smoke is
we described him in previous seasons.
right.
What does he look
He's
like?
like a 50s paperboy. He's
Yeah.
like a,
Yeah, but he's like a little kid.
he's like a dusty cap.
Yeah,
Yeah, with like his
like a
little-
newsie.
Yeah.
He's a little
yeah.
tiny newsie.
Yeah, like a
Little
newsie.
punk newsie.
I didn't know if he
He's
changed
newsy.
his style.
Oh.
He
Yeah.
definitely
might have
definitely
changed his style.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he definitely has changed his style, but not so much because he was bringing that newsy look back. Like he was trying to bring that.
Do you think he's a newsie, but he also has face tattoos now?
He might.
Oh,
He
face
probably.
tattoo.
What kind of face tattoos does Lil Smoke
Lil
have?
Smoke.
Probably
I would
like-
like a neck tattoo.
Oh, I think he
Yeah.
has the thing above his eyebrow. I think
Really?
Lil Smoke is that hardcore.
Yeah, oh, you know what it is? It's like a dark billowy cloud of smoke.
Oh, so it looks like
Coming
it's-
out of his eye, like instead of like tearing like
Yes,
tears, he
that-
actually
yeah.
has smoke
Above,
Yeah,
yes.
because he's so hot, his tears are like burning up.
Yes.
Dang.
Someone draw
Exactly.
that.
Yes.
I
There you
like
go.
that.
Yeah.
I'll draw a sad version
Yeah.
now.
You have to remember this.
Yeah. So,
Key details.
yes, this is
Lil
Lil
Smoke's
Smoke.
character.
Lil Smoke tattoos. So, so Lil Smoke and Perrin were backstage. You guys were announced to the crowd, and you discovered that the crowd was full of people that you had wronged in the past. That again lets you guys know that when you everything you do, every action that you have has a consequence. And you may wind up having to pay for those consequences.
So
later
there
on.
was the bugbear.
Yes.
There was the bugbear.
Who else
Rita's
was there?
brother.
It
Rita's
was,
brother.
it
And-
was
and-
the Daggerford king.
The Daggerford crazy,
Yeah.
the guy who went crazy.
yes.
You haven't said all the people?
No.
Do you have more?
There are more. one of the guys that we didn't talk about, and I can't remember his name, but he was the guy who 2 seasons ago we ran into a soldier we ran into in Waterdeep who wound up killing himself trying to attack you guys.
What? I don't remember this guy's
What
name.
was his name? Yes.
Yeah.
that-
You didn't kill him and
Right,
he ended up
he-
killing
oh,
himself.
yeah,
He
yeah.
tripped and fell on
he,
my sword.
he had the worst day of his life.
Kevin.
Kevin.
So Kevin
Kevin.
is Kevin is
Well,
there.
I'm sure Kevin blames Celeste.
I'm sure he'll be in rare form. See if he arms himself again.
Yeah.
In a
So,
ring.
so you guys, like, as soon as the house lights came on, you guys were set upon by 22 guys surrounding you in the arena, led by the crazy-eyed guy from Daggerford and Reader's brother, the Bugbear, and they were intent on making sure that you felt the same pain that they felt at your hands, at their hands. And you weren't doing particularly well. Well, I would take that back. I won't say that you guys weren't doing particularly well. I would say that they were doing incredibly well.
Yes.
Yes.
You
were rolling
so
so many
many-
20s.
amazing.
So
So
many
many
20s.
20s.
Yeah.
And I love this game because like narratively you've got an idea, but when the dice work in your favor, they really, it really makes the plan come together. So that was great. And they so what did we do? So we were attacking them. You guys tried to fight them off, and you were still having some difficulty. Then out of nowhere, the hummingbird comes from the front of the stage, and it comes back, and it's Knock Knock, and he's there to help you. And as soon as Knock Knock comes out, he's shot from someone in the front row.
The front row basically
It's like
stands
another
up.
legion.
Another 4 legions stood up in the arena.
It's almost as if they were waiting for someone to come on stage
Right.
to shoot.
Yeah. 20. So another 20 guys. And then the attack was on 2 fronts with you guys, Ash up in the rafters.
Yeah, because when I get scared, I go up.
Yeah. Ash up in the rafters and everybody else down on the floor fighting these guys. And then things just kind of went.
Yeah, he
bad.
takes an arrow and then has a little bit of healing. Well, takes an arrow.
No, he doesn't.
Well, he
sorry.
took he took it. He
Drops
took an
to
arrow.
zero.
Right,
Drops to zero.
Yeah,
Prone.
He took an arrow, but then what was happening was the Wild Eye guy was a much better fighter once he was dead than he ever was when he was alive. And he was shooting his crossbow, and he was shooting his crossbow in such a way that when he shot one bolt, that bolt split into 3 bolts.
Yeah.
And Celeste had already experienced that. And then what happened next was Knock Knock, who had already been under attack, experienced it probably the worst.
Because we were all invisible.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we
That's
were
right.
both
So you guys went invisible, but Knock Knock was not. And he was attacked by 3 bolts, and it knocked him down, and he was close to death. And then the Bugbear attacked him again while he was downed and finished him off. Then Celeste, Misty stepped over to him and revivified him. Then Shaka went and healed him. And then, well, I guess before that, Claudius decided, oh, you guys think you're slick.
Yes,
and he showed that
uninvisible.
Right, yeah. He showed that like, oh, your magic doesn't work, that he's pretty powerful. And he just snapped his fingers, and you guys were back and available. Celeste came and revivified Knock Knock, and Shaka gave him some health, and then Claudius was not about that life, and he pulled out a pistol and shot Knock Knock. and killed him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
Nim.
Nim and Levon came in, and like
Led by
Lulu.
Lulu.
Led by Lulu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now it's like, what's
It's like the
It's
like
Endgame.
Endgame.
It's
Yeah, it's
Endgame.
like Endgame.
Sorry.
The portal opens.
Yeah, all these portals start opening.
Yeah, and
like
now
Ravager ships start coming
Yeah,
through.
right. Yeah, except it's just Nim.
Doctor
The-
Strange.
He's a little
Yeah.
food processor.
Yeah,
though. He's so
yeah.
like sharp and
Yeah, he is.
agile.
Yeah,
he has
is.
like blade arms.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, he is. He has. So when we first met Nim, we realized that Nim was like he was a robot, but there was something about him that that wasn't quite right. And then we find out that he was a nimble bot that was built for attacking and soldiering. And he was the most efficient of all soldiers before he sacrificed himself for the rivals at the end of that season. And spoilers for those people that are watching this season and didn't watch that season.
Yeah. Everyone's
Well,
dead.
it's a necessary spoiler. I think.
Right.
Yeah. If they're in this scene, they're pretty much dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Nim came in and he jumped into the first couple of rows and immediately went through like a slashing food processor and killed off 3 of the guys that were in the first 2 rows. And
Ash smashed people in the first row,
people in the
right?
yeah, and those,
Good.
yes, yeah. Ash brought down one of the
catwalk,
one of the catwalks up at the top and smashed on those guys, and Nim finished 3 of them off. But you're still faced
out of,
with
like,
like
40.
40. Yeah, you're still faced
There's
with
like 40?
40. Yeah, so
You
there
need
were
to go.
43 guys with Claudius and the
That's
2
stupid.
leaders.
That's stupid. We need a leader.
And yeah, there were 40 there. So there were 40 guys still alive. And Levon is up in the ramparts shooting arrows down, raining arrows down on the guys that are in the back facing our rivals. And that is where we left it.
Yeah.
So guys, are we ready to go?
Yeah, let's make it happen.
So guys, we're starting this episode where we ended the last episode. Still an initiative. Let's go. We will add.
It's the side with the numbers.
Yes. We will add.
You want to keep track of initiative?
Oh yeah, I got it. It's here.
Oh,
Yeah,
or
that's
is it
that's the one from last week.
Oh, okay.
last week. So knock knock. And move on. Right. So guys, we will start at the top of initiative with Rin. Rin is still, if we remember correctly, Rin is still in the row now with the guys that were in the back, right? So Rin is going to pull out his luck blade, short sword. Ooh, that he gets to use it.
Yes. You get to use it for me.
Right, yes. He pulls out his luck blade short sword and he is going to just swipe wildly at a couple of the guys that are further away from, actually closer to the door. I think it's beginning to look like
Christmas.
for you. Yeah, it's looking a lot like Christmas. Yeah, more like Thanksgiving. There's lots of sorrow and full
Halloween.
bellies. Yeah, but I think you guys are starting to get the sense that this is maybe not a situation that you can win. And I think Rin is trying to find a way to create an exit for you guys. So he's going to pull out his luck blade short sword and attack one of the legions that are to his left, the Bugbear's legions. And I will say that this hits. This is a dirty 20. That definitely hits. And Rin is... What was it? It was is it a D12?
For what?
For the
I can check.
Yeah, please. I didn't pull up Rin's page on D&D Beyond.
It's 4d6s.
Oh, 4d6s.
And it gets a +1.
Oh, wow. All right.
Oh, wait, no. So, sorry. It was a +1 on the attack roll.
Oh, okay.
So it's just 4d6s.
All right. 11. So he does 11 points of damage on.
Yeah.
Oh, so 15. So he does 15 points of damage
yeah.
on this wide sweeping move on these two guys. And at 15 points.
Oh, yeah, I got that totally wrong. That's fine. I read that wrong.
That's all right. Oh, so at 15 points, Rin. Sorry, guys.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Right. Rin totally lops the head off of the two guys that are.
Oh, a twofer.
Yeah, the two guys that were in front of him. He now has a clear path to the aisle to try and get out. Okay. And he looks at the short sword and he says, "Oh wow, this is really lucky." And so next up is Celise. Celise is now you are standing over. You're overcome with grief. You were standing over the dead body of Knock Knock. His blood is splattered on your armor, and you're looking now. While all of this is happening, you're looking now because you see that Nim has come through, and Nim is attacking those guys.
Okay, and what about what's his face?
Claudius?
Yeah.
Out of initiative, roll perception. You're still in initiative, but roll perception.
Perception 16.
You look for Claudius. He's not there, but you see that the curtain behind you has waved a little.
As much as she wants to, she's not going to chase him because there's like 40 dudes to fight.
There's now 36.
Still 36.
On the bright side.
It's like, whatever. So there's 6 less. Can she get to where Nim and Rin are? Like, could I Misty step away? She doesn't want to leave Knock Knock's body, but...
Can you Misty? Well, I mean, you can jump off the stage and get to where Nim is.
Okay, and that would be... Well, I get a bonus action, so...
So that's just your movement.
Okay, so I'm going to try to get to where Rin is, and then if there's anyone else to attack...
So Rin is probably about 40 feet away.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is a little outside my movement.
Yeah. So you can move to where Nim is with the guys in the front row.
Okay, well, I'm going to join Nim and try to take out some folks.
Okay.
All right, I get dual attack. Are there... I'm trying to think of what's better. If focusing... I'm just going to go for 2 different dudes because there's so many.
Okay.
All right, so I'm rolling both attacks.
All right.
One is a 23. Oh, they're both a 23.
Nice. They hit.
Nice.
All right, so... where's my other D8? Nope, you failed me last time. I did not forget last week. So that is a 5 and a 10.
A 5 and a 10, so 15 total.
Well, I did 2 separate attacks.
Oh, okay. So one is a 5.
Yep, one is a 5 and one is a 10.
Okay, so who do you attack with the 5?
The one that's closer to me, and then so like if there's just 2 guys right in front of me.
So yeah, so all right, so here's what how I'll explain it. So when Ash came down, Ash came down and crashed on the rampart, so she's like behind the catwalk.
Okay.
But they're like the Legion of 10, so there were 2 rows of 10.
Okay.
She crashed on the back row of 10. So
they're
kind
all
of
gone.
they're not all gone. They're very hurt, but they're trying to move. When Nim came in, Nim crashed into the front row of 10, and he came in and he immediately killed 3 of those guys.
Okay.
So now there are like 10 guys in one row, and then there are another 7 guys that are kind of in like a semicircle pushed out towards the end because they're backing away from Nim. You're catching the front edge of that semicircle.
like if they're in a horseshoe
They're
almost?
almost in a crescent. You're at the edge of the bottom
Right.
of
So
that
the
crescent.
2 that are on this. end of the
Right. So
crescent.
you caught, I would say with the higher one, you caught the first one.
Yep.
And then the second one was 5. So the first one was 10 points. So describe how you killed that guy.
So after Celeste runs in and runs up to Nim, she just pulls her sword out and she's just furious. So she just like does a straight Conan chop, just takes his head off.
Yes, it is clean. In fact, the head comes off and there's no blood. It's almost like it's
Like a samurai cut.
Yeah, it's almost like it's cauterized, kind of like if you've watched the Power Rangers or Voltron or anything, you see the line slice through his neck and his neck just falls off and it falls to the ground. And then as his body is starting to drop, you start to see the blood spurt out afterwards. So so you've attacked him and you've murdered him just unmercifully. His buddy, who was right next to him, looks at this and just can't. In fact, retcon just a little.
Ooh.
The guy whose head you cut off was Kevin's. It was Kevin's head. It was Kevin.
Rip Kevin. He should have
Gets
a punk.
decapitated yet
At least he
again
didn't decapitate himself.
Yeah.
by Celise's sword. When his head pops off, you can see his eyes looking at his neck as his head is flying off to the ground.
Kevin.
And Kevin falls and dies
R.I.P.
spectacularly again. His buddy, who was looking at him, who was the other guard that wound up being murdered that day.
Oh, Nevin.
Yeah, Kevin and Nevin. That's right. Nevin. Yeah, Nevin.
Nevin cost him sword in the neck.
Looks at him and is just like, oh. His eyes get wide as he like processes the irony of Kevin dying permanently yet again in such a similar fashion, and doesn't even see the shot that comes in from Celeste. Celeste slices off the head and does a full 360, comes back around and lops off Nevin's right arm at the elbow. So now he has lost his right arm, but Nevin's left-handed.
Is he gonna get an attack of opportunity?
No, he does not get an attack of opportunity, but he is definitely in some pain.
Wow.
And it's feeling really bad. Next up is Ashbourne.
All right. So Ash just landed from the rafters,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And Knock Knock's body is on the stage in front of me.
Yes.
Great. I'm going to leap from that onto the stage, and I want to fireman carry Knock Knock's body and run straight through the curtains. I just want to keep going
To the back.
because stages have back doors,
Stages do have back
so I
doors.
want to escape.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So roll athletics.
Okay. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You scoop up Knock Knock's lifeless body, one arm with your dragon arm.
Yep.
You scoop him up and you just run right through the back of backstage. Run to backstage, right back through the curtain. Next up is Robbie.
Robbie
Robbie. So I'm in the 12th row, and there's like 13th row and 14th row full of people, right?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Who else is back there? Is there no one else back there?
No, so
I'm
Rin
back
Rin
there.
and Shaka.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought Ren moved
No,
forward.
Rin.
He moved a little bit forward.
Right. He went to move forward, but then he tripped
Oh,
and fell.
that's what it was.
Yes.
Okay.
And wound up in the row. So he's in the row in front of you.
Okay. So he's in 11.
Right.
So 11.
Or no.
12,
The row
in back
behind you. So
behind
he's
me.
in 13.
13. Okay.
Right.
And you're in 13 too, right?
Yes.
You guys are like near each other. And where are the people? Are they like to the left and right of Shaka?
So Shaka is, if you guys are facing the, if
use
you're,
use those as rows.
yeah. So here are the rows, right? There we go.
I love how you didn't put it the other way. Where you can put the dice in.
Oh yeah. That's true. I was gonna put them between them, but so Rin is here.
Okay.
Right. He is cleared out the aisle.
Okay.
Shaka is to if you guys are facing the stage.
Yeah.
Rin is closer to the aisle. Shaka is to Rin's right,
Okay.
and Shaka's got two more guys to his outside.
To his right.
Yeah, to his right.
And there's a whole row in
and
back of them.
there's a whole row behind them, and then there's in 15 or 14 now they're moving from 15 to 14.
Gotcha.
And then there are guys in 12 that are still trying to block the pathway out.
Okay.
So they're going to try and encroach on Rin and Shaka.
Gotcha. So I want to cast Ice Storm.
Okay.
And I want to hit the people that are from there, like in this area.
Okay, back behind them.
Yeah, both.
Yeah.
Are there people to my right? No.
So you're looking back behind you now. So your
Yeah.
back is to the stage.
But there's no one in my row.
There's no one in your
Okay.
row.
Yeah.
So you're looking back. Your back is to the stage.
Yes.
You're now looking. So you've got guys to your right, in the aisle, preventing escape, and then there are guys encroaching from your left onto Shaka. And
That's who I
onto-
want. That's who I want to hit.
Okay. So you
Like
want to.
those two and who's ever in back of them and
Okay.
that whole
Yeah,
area.
sure.
Because it's
All
a
right.
it's a 20-foot
Yes.
cylinder, so
Yes.
just not hit Shaka, but
Sure.
as many people as I can.
Absolutely.
It's a deck save of 14 for them.
Okay.
And I believe that's where the wild-eyed guy is.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
So
Take him out.
the wild eye
One
guy's name is
saves.
Devin. Also,
Yeah, there you go. Nevin, Kevin, Devin. Sure, we'll go with Devin. That's canon now. So Devin saves.
Official. Damn you, Devin. So you named him and he saved. That's why.
Yeah.
Kevin's
yeah.
dead.
No,
This is Devin.
Kevin's dead.
Kevin's dead.
Nevin.
Nevin is
Nevin lost his hand.
Yeah, Nevin is amputated,
But Devin, he saved.
Devin saved.
For anyone listening to the podcast, yes, this is confusing.
Yes.
I'm just writing stuff
Right.
off the wiki.
So
we are confused and we can see each other.
right. What was it? 14.
14.
So 2 more failures.
I'm just gonna roll the dice
Yeah.
so they're at.
And 2 saves. 2 more saves. 1 more. 2 more failures. So that was 5 failures.
5 failures.
And then the rest were saves.
Okay. Wait, they saved in 5. Okay, so 5 take 20,
Okay.
and then
the others take half.
They take 10.
All right. So, so the 5, I will say the 5 in the furthest. So that they were in 5 were in 14.
Okay.
5 were in 15, making their way. The 5 in 15 had already been frozen from the ice storm previously, or affected by it. These guys have completely turned to ice.
Oh wow.
They are completely frozen.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Sub-Zero.
Yeah.
Quick out of character question.
Yes.
These enemies all count as undead, correct?
I don't know.
We killed
Because
them, and now we're in Avernus.
well, they're in Avernus.
So would they be alive here?
I
They're
think it's
alive.
like purgatory.
Avernus
Yeah.
is weird.
Yeah, so like they're
because it's its own.
It's like its own thing.
It's like so
With
like
both
if they
kinds of
were
people.
in Waterdeep, they would 100% be undead.
Okay.
But they are because they're in Avernus, they're not like you
Yeah.
guys are the
Undead.
oddities.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
guys
We're the
are
oddities.
more alive in Avernus as opposed to them being undead.
Start getting philosophical. Like, are you alive in heaven and hell? Like,
You are if like you guys,
yeah.
you're not supposed to be there. So you are living in a place that you're not supposed to be. So that you're still
you're an
alive.
anomaly,
You're an
essentially,
anomaly,
in a
yes.
place that,
They are alive. We're dead.
Oh,
We are the Walking Dead.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
I like it.
Yeah.
I get to.
What's cooler than being cool? That's cool.
Right,
That's
right.
what Robbie says.
Yes.
Hey guys, turns around.
I am
What's
your-
cooler than being cool? And then there's a guy like, it's cold.
Yeah. And so they have frozen.
Oh, I want to make a run too.
Oh, okay.
So-
So
Cast.
Right.
They're out of the way, and then I'll start heading in that direction, right?
towards them, towards where
back.
they're
The back
yeah,
stage?
okay.
Yeah, because I kind of cleared it a
Yeah.
little bit.
Yeah,
there'll be
cleared-
There'll be
right,
some
You
people.
will now have the opportunity to flank
Yeah.
these other guys. Can you roll in athletics for me?
Yeah.
See how well because you're trying to make 3 rows now.
7.
You go to hop. You go to hop over one of the rows. Like you just kind of catapult over it. You catapult too far. You're full of adrenaline. You hit your knee on the ledge of the next
Oh, God.
of the
Oh,
next
man.
row.
You know what it is? Have you ever tried to like theater hop a row, and it's one of those seats that goes
Yes.
down,
Oh,
and you put your
yeah.
foot on it, and it just slides the
slides
seat
down. Yeah.
up?
Yeah.
What is with that? They should all just be down.
And you accumulate 1 piece of damage because it's smarts.
Owie!
Yeah.
Owie, owie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
So next up is the wild-eyed human, aka Nevin. Oh no, Devin.
Devin.
Obviously, this is Devin.
Obviously.
Jeez Louise.
He's wearing a green shirt.
Right.
Also, he has wild eyes.
Kevin has a blue
So-
shirt, and Nevin has a red shirt. Huey, Dewey, and Louie. Yes,
Yeah.
that's right.
Kablooey.
And kablooey. So Devin now is looking at he's got basically Shaka and Rin dead to rights because he did take 10 points of damage from Robbie, but he shook it off and he is going to attack Shaka, who's closest to him, with his short sword. And does a 9 hit.
No.
Then he swings. He licks his lips and he swings and he realizes, oh man, should have used that crossbow. That crossbow was doing great for him. And he misses. So
Just straight up miss.
yeah. And next up is Reader's brother, the Bugbear, who is in the row behind you guys, now in the same row with Robbie, who's sitting there and he's owie, and in fact, when Robbie said owie, Rita's brother realized that Robbie was in his row and Robbie is right behind him. So brother takes out, he has like a scythe. Actually he's got his giant battle axe, but because Robbie is so close, he pulls out his scythe instead and he goes and takes a swing at Reader. Oh yeah, Ryder is a good name for him.
Ryder,
Yeah, Ryder.
Ryder.
Yeah,
Oh,
Ryder,
wow,
Ryder.
yeah, that's good.
Yeah, retcon, there you go. It's official.
Ryder.
Ryder. Ryder
Is
is
this
his name.
R-I-D-R or R-Y-D-E-R?
No, he is
Ryder.
He is WRITER.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Someone please write this down for
Actual
the wiki because
writer.
we'll never
Yes.
remember.
And Ryder gets an 8.
Ghost Rider.
The plot thickens.
Yes. Ryder swings, and he was again overzealous. I'd like to think that he heard you say "owie" and you hurt your knee and you took a knee, and Ryder swung right where your head would be, but he misses. Oh, yeah, because you've taken a knee.
I don't even know you.
Right.
He doesn't care.
Shaka, it is your turn. I love, out of character, I love the fact that Tanya, out of character, wrote everybody's full name. So Sharafka
That's right.
is up.
That's right. Pay
Yes.
respects.
Put respect on his name.
Put respect on my name.
Look,
Did he just say respeckle his name? What does
Right,
that mean?
respect on yes.
Speckle.
It's
We
just
finish or are we done?
right.
All right. So there's nobody between me and Brandon, right? We're like next to each other.
There's plenty of people
Brandon.
between you and Brandon because Brandon's at home.
Yeah.
But Rin is right next to you.
Okay.
Yeah. Right next to Shaka.
Maybe there's no one. If you take a straight line distance, maybe there's absolutely no one at this moment. Could be. Could be.
little like everything exploded.
Okay, so Ren is cleared away to the exit.
Well, no, he's
Cleared away to the aisle
to the
get
aisle,
to the exit.
to get to the aisle, but there are people at the aisle.
Okay.
Like in the exit row, so you can't
Man,
just escape.
we can't fight all these people. And I can't get to the stage. It's too far.
Give up.
Go to the stage, try.
Yeah. I just sit down and put my hands.
Volt. Find a thing and volt.
No, okay. I guess we'll just keep fighting. I mean, also just want this initiative to end because it's so long. Oh God.
He said, I guess I just keep fighting.
I guess I keep fighting. Shit.
All right. Okay. So. Yeah, so I mean the wild eye guy, like he swung at me, so
Yes.
I'm gonna go back at him with my luck blade short sword that I see.
Oh, you mean Rin's luck blade short? Is that what that is? I heard Rin has one,
Rin
right?
had it first.
I heard it's really cool.
He's Ray J now. He's Rin J.
Don't ever compare me to Ray J.
Got Shugs, life rights.
All right, 18.
18.
with your bonus.
Who are you going to attack?
Wild eye.
Oh, okay. All right, Devin. Yeah, that hits. That hits Devin.
All right, Devin.
Just hits Devin.
Yeah. So as a little retcon, I messed up the damage on it before.
Yeah.
I said 4 d6s.
Yes.
It's really 1d6 plus 4.
Oh, okay. All right.
So I will do that for.
That's all right. I'll allow it.
Okay, great.
Roll another d6
X.
plus 4.
Okay. So that's 17. No, wait.
No.
9 plus. Yeah,
Wait,
15.
I thought you got a 2 the first time.
Yeah, so 6. And then this is 9.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
you were
he-
plus
he
4.
had- he had plus 4 to each one.
Each one. Oh, okay.
You said roll another one plus 4.
All right. Yeah. I mean, I said that. Yeah. So 15. I'll give it to you.
I know what he meant, but
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
all
what
right.
that is what he said.
Yeah,
but
that's
I know,
what I
I know
thought.
what he meant.
All right,
but yeah,
no.
that is what-
Put it
No.
No.
Sorry.
It is all right.
Isn't damning fun?
Yeah.
Like, why do you not know what's in my mind?
Yeah. You can't see inside my mind. Are you kidding?
It's in my brain.
Why don't you know what's in my mind? I know we have opposing views on this situation right now. Why aren't you helping me?
So 15 points on Devin.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Okay, so it's my first time using this blade, so
Yes.
I'm feel pretty good.
Yes.
I did see Brandon use it earlier,
Yes.
so I'm,
Just in his house.
so oh god, Ren,
Lincoln Park.
yeah, so
Streaming.
yeah, so
Flipped over the pie. Used it to catapult the pie in his face.
yes, so it actually fills me with like a little more adrenaline, and
Once again, huh? Once again, huh? Once
very
again.
good. Any Roots fans out
Yeah.
there? A little shout out, Philly represent. Yeah, so.
It's the eye of the storm.
So,
Precious storm.
oh man, don't get me going. Also, a good Beanie Siegel verse too.
Yeah.
So he's swung at me and missed.
Right.
So like his kind of side is kind of exposed because
it
he
is.
kind of swung and missed.
It is.
So I'm just going to stab that sword directly inside of the side, kind of like near his kidney, basically.
Okay.
So I'm just going for a straight, just
All right.
shove that thing in there.
Okay. So, Shaka, I'm going to say that you're imbued with adrenaline. You guys are all, I mean, you saw one of your friends, one of your companions, one of your family members fall. Mm-hmm. You strike him. You go to stab him in the kidney, back right behind his armor. There's a place in his armor in the back that you're able to see. You stab in there, and with this brand new sword that is forged for battle, you push through. You're expecting to feel some resistance. You don't even feel the resistance. You go right in through his body, and you swipe out towards his back, and you hear his vertebrae crack as you swipe out, and you just cut out the outside, out the back of Devin.
Oh man!
And you've almost basically kind of cleaved him in half, but not fully. So Devin, as he dies, he just kind of leans forward from his hip. And there is now sinew and blood and guts coming out on your sword, your freshly minted sword. It has now been christened with the blood of one of your enemies, and you have murdered Devin. Devin is dead.
Devin
is dead.
Sweet.
Double D.
Yeah.
Dead. Devin is dead.
So someone in the chat is on fire. I can't believe it's not Devin, is what they're saying about.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
Yeah. So sorry, Raven Sock Monkey, who also said I took a bad time, picked a bad time to start eating lunch. Yeah. Hey, yeah. So so you have murdered Devin, and some of the legions look, and you can see confusion in their eyes for a second. But then they look back at you guys, and when they look back, there's still that murderous intent. Great job, Shaka.
Woo.
Next up is Devin's Second Legion, who is in the front, in row 15 or in row 14, looking at you. They just saw you murder their leader. Mm-hmm. And there is fear and determination in their eyes, and they're coming right after Shaka. Sorry, Shaka.
Oh god.
Oh, is that
Yeah, it is.
What does an 18 do?
18 ties.
Oh, okay, so you're good.
So I good on that one,
All right.
but not the 20.
And all right. So three of the guys, they pull out daggers. And they see you because they're still a little bit off. They're too close for arrows, really, but they're close enough for daggers. They go. Three of the guys, they go and they throw daggers at you. Sound effects and
Sound effects.
That is what those are.
right, and they all miss. They all hit the concrete. Dink, dink, dink.
Sound effects.
Sound effects. But the one guy, he seems different from the others.
I could talk to him.
Yeah. He seems different from the others. Like you saw the fear in those guys' eyes, and it's determination. But in his eyes, all you saw was determination. And he comes down he jumps up on the metal, the concrete platform, the ledge, and he's jumping down, trying to stab down directly on you. And whoo, boy, he stabs you in your shoulder.
Ouch.
Right? With the sword coming straight down. He's trying to remove your arm from your body. But he's not quite successful, but he is successful enough to hit you for 10 points of damage.
Ooh.
I rolled really, really low on damage, but it was a nat 20 that he had. So you only got, with that double damage, you only got 10 points of damage. So yeah, so that was really, really lucky.
I'm struggling.
Yeah. Next up is the second Bugbear Legion, Writers Legion, who is in the row trying to get towards the Rin and block you guys off from escaping. And they 1 misses, 2 miss, 3 misses. The fourth guy looks at Rin. Oh,
Whoa.
The fourth guy looks at Rin, and he pulls out his short sword after he watched Rin pull out his own short sword and kill 2 of those guys. And he hits Rin with his short sword. He sees that Rin is an elf. He's trying to be really limber. He stabs Rin in the thigh to keep him from being mobile for 15 points of damage.
Jeez Louise.
Then the other guy looks at Rin, and he sees that the other guy goes for Rin's leg. He goes for the other thigh, and he nat 20s.
Oh my god!
And he hits Rin for another 20 points of damage.
My god.
Oh my gosh. Rin.
In his thigh. I think Rin is down.
I think he's down. I think
yeah, because Rin was
you
last
can look
week.
At his,
yeah,
difference.
Last week.
Can we see each other's character sheet?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
You go to the
using D&D
campaign.
Beyond.
Hold on.
Here I'm gonna look now. Do. Everything's fine, guys.
Everything is so.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah,
doing too
he's
great.
definitely down. He only had 28.
Oh
and,
yeah.
and you hit him for 39. Like it was 19 and then 20.
15 and
Okay.
20,
Still-
so 35. So
Yeah, he's
Rin
down.
has collapsed. His legs are
boy.
yeah. So Rin is down. So next time up, Rin will have to do a death save.
All our friends are dying.
Help.
What the heck?
Yeah. Next up is Nim. Back in the front of the stage. Nim sees everything, and he sees families in trouble. Nim, so Nim attacks the legions that are in front of him with his just like whirling dervish swords. He's going nutso. So he hits 4 more units for 13 plus 6, 19 points of damage.
Our little blender boy.
Yeah. And so like that semicircle that you guys are in, Celise, he is attacked. You are attacking one side of the crescent. He's attacking the other side of the crescent. Again, just swinging his blades, he lops off 2 more heads. So now instead of 7 guys, there are 3 guys in that crescent. No, there are 4 guys in that crescent, one of whom only has half an arm. Yeah. So then next up is Levon from above. Levon, she is a marksman, arrow shooter person, archer thingy. Right?
Yeah, a marksman.
Marksman arrow person shooter
Shooter
thingy.
thingy. Yeah.
I don't know if you.
The title I hope to achieve
Yeah.
one
Right.
day.
Yes.
I mean, one day.
That's what it says in the book, guys.
Right, yes.
It is.
Levon, again, up in the rafters. She's got very, very good aim. And she, from up where she can, that great vantage point, she sees the guys in the aisle, and she's trying to clear out a space for you guys. She saw Rin go down and just lets off arrows. 4 of those arrows catch the 4 guys that are in the row. Each one of those arrows goes through the back of someone's skull.
Wow.
And the tip of the arrow is shooting out of each one of those guys' eyes.
Jeez.
Right. They're all, so they now have arrow eyes.
Arrow eyes.
And they have fallen dead.
Foe for foe.
Nice.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Get him.
So next up would be Rin, but
He needs to make a save, right?
yeah. What is the save?
I think you just roll a
You
nat
just roll
20,
it,
and if
and
it's above or below,
Right.
10.
Yeah. Well, a 20-sided die and get
Yeah.
20 sided.
get a nat 20. If you get a nat 20, you're good.
Yeah.
You wake up on 1.
Yeah. But Rin didn't save.
Okay.
But yeah. So
All right.
but
He wrote a 2.
yeah.
Podcast listeners.
But yeah, he rolled a 2. He did not save. When you see Rin down there, these guys have fallen to the ground. Rin did not save. You hear lots of noise at the door from the side door where you guys are trying to get out. It's another set of Legion are coming in, and they've got like pikes and shields, and they're all dressed in purple.
Okay.
And
Prince, he's
Right,
here to save
right.
us.
they
Baby, I'm just like.
What?
Show's amazing.
Yeah. This was just the beginning of Little Smoke's.
Yeah.
what an experience.
Wow.
It's a killer experience. They come through. They're carrying a flag, a banner. On the banner, it says TWE, and you see Mahadi's face on it. It's the cops, guys. It's the security force. It's the defense force for the Wandering Emporium. They've got to have their own people to make sure that things are coming about. And they come in, and all the guys that are sitting there that were fighting you see those guys, and they make a break for it. They're immediately just running away. The initiative is over, and the guy holding the flag comes up, and he sees Celise, who's heaving at this moment, blood on her, and he looks at Celise, and he says, "Well, good day, madam."
Not really. Like Celise is like, oh God. Oh
Well,
God.
I can see that the day has not been fantastic, but you're still alive, so that must
Apparently. Give me a moment. I need to see to my companion.
be. Xander Zidnahar is my name.
Hi, Xander. It's lovely to meet you. Now, can you move? I need to see to my companion.
Well, I don't know if I can move. I can move, but move away from you is not something that I think
My
that I can do.
companion's dying.
Your companion up there? The one up there on the stairs? Yeah. Well, he'll be taken care of. No problem. No problem.
What?
Yeah. We'll take care of him. No problem.
I don't trust what you mean by take care
Yes.
of him.
We'll heal him. We'll heal him. He'll be fine. We don't need. That's why I'm here. Mahadi sent me here to take care of things because we don't need mortals dying in the One Room Emporium. It's bad for business.
Well, you're a little late for that.
So I've heard, huh? But it's okay. We'll take care of him. No problem. Let's cut to.
That is a meet cute if I've ever heard one before.
You want to get some coffee or what's going on? Blood on her face.
Celise is so not happy. She's trying to get to Rin to save him.
Yeah.
Let's cut to backstage with Ash. Ash, you are running with a Knock Knock's body over your shoulder, fireman's carry, and again, basically, I think you kind of have them. Which way are you going?
As soon as I go backstage, is there like a left and a right wing?
There is a left and a right wing. So you run through the curtains.
Okay.
You sit, and there's maybe like another 10 feet of backstage behind the curtains, and then you see back wall.
Yeah.
And then you can go to the left or the right backstage. Which way do you go?
I'm gonna go left, and
Okay.
my intent is to locate Perrin as
Right.
I'm backstage.
Okay. So you make a left. You come around, and when you make a left, you go to the end of backstage, and then you see to your right there is another corridor. You go down that corridor?
Yeah.
All right. So you're going down that corridor, and you start to see doorways on the right and the left. So which doorway do you go through first? There's two doors. Both doors are open.
Okay.
Which door do you want to go through first?
I feel like Ash would look through the door that is closest to her as she's going down the hall, like looking
Okay.
to see if there are dressing rooms or if there are actual corridors.
All right. Roll a perception.
That is a 22.
22.
Rolling hot.
Yes. Yeah. So you look through the first doorway, and you see it is a dressing room, but there's no one in that dressing room. And what do you see in there? You see like a pair of little shoes. You see some clothes built for a smaller person. But you don't see, and you see like a mirror and there's a chair. The chair is knocked over. and that's pretty much all you see.
So, from the items in the room,
Right.
does this look to me like Perrin's dressing room and there had been a scuffle with the chair knocked over?
No, it doesn't. It does
Okay.
not look like it was. There are no effects in there that would lead you to believe that it's Perrin's room specifically.
Okay.
So it does look like there are small clothes in there that could fit Perrin, but they could also fit Lil Smoke. They're about the same size.
Okay. So I'm gonna keep going, and as I'm like holding Knock Knock, who
Right.
I'm sure is just cold.
Right.
And-
Yeah. So there is another door on the left-hand side, almost directly outside of that. Do you want to look in that one?
I do.
Roll a perception.
oh, the same roll. 22.
Yeah.
All right. Well, in that room, you look and you see that there's more stuff in here. Perrin's rapier is in here. And there is, and it's like unsheathed. And then like there is also in here, it's definitely a dressing room. Also, the chair is knocked over, but many more things are knocked over.
Okay.
And you look down, and there is blood on the ground.
I take the Perrin's rapier,
Right.
and I put it like fix it to myself.
Right.
And is the blood trail, or is it a blood trail, or is it just blood?
There is a blood trail. So like you see there's a pool of blood,
Okay.
and then there's like a couple of drops of blood, and then at the doorway it disappears.
Okay.
There's no more blood.
Ash is like, I think as she was barreling through everything, it was sort of like emergency mode, where they weren't taking in any feelings of what was happening. It was just like, I need to get out. I need to find my friends.
Right.
I need to go. But upon seeing the blood, it shakes her,
Right.
and she gets scared. She's scared now, and she's gonna try to find her way out.
You come back out of the hallway, and as you come out of you come back out of the room. As you come back out of the room, you do see a little bit of blood smeared up against the wall a little. As you see that blood, you hear, "Hey, you, stop!"
Oh,
And in front of you is a man dressed in purple with a pike, and he is looking at you. Stop.
and I'm just staring at him, sort of like a deer in headlights a little bit.
What do? Do you go towards him? Do you?
I don't know who this person is. I'm going to run from them.
You turn around to run, and as soon as you run, you almost run directly into another guy clad in purple with a pike, and he's telling you to stop.
So I have knock knock. Who are you? My friend is missing, and my other friend is dead. Get away from me.
Yes, this mortal is dead. You must come with me. Mahadi wants to see you. Give me the body.
No,
We must exhume the body.
I don't know you, and I am not giving you this body.
Mahadi told us not to hurt you.
I'll go
So
with you.
you can come with us, but you will give us this body. You don't have to give it to me now, but you will give us this body.
And yeah, Ash kind of gulps down all of the like the sassiness that was just bubbling up inside of her. It's okay. And is gonna walk with them, holding Knock Knock's body.
So they escort you back to the stage area. when you come back out to the stage area, you see you see Robbie and Shaka and Celise in the back. And you see all of these guys in purple making lots and lots of noise, just beating up the area, and they're just like doing investigations. It seems like everyone's in the back. All of your friends are in the back, huddled over someone. Levon has jumped down, and Nim has kind of made his way to the back where everyone is. And you see Celise and one of the guys in purple holding Rin in their hands. And Rin is kind of out of it, but he's alive. And they're putting, like, dressing his wounds. And you can see that he's got wounds on his arms and wounds on his thighs. Do you make your way over to those guys, or do you just stay at the stage?
Ash wants to be with her friends.
Okay.
I'm gonna make my way over there.
You get over there, and there is a guy, clearly a little bit more regal, a little bit more sure of himself than the rest of the guys. There is a staff with a flag on it, says TWE, and it's got the face of a guy who you know to be Mahadi because you've seen his face all over the place. And he looks over at you and he says, I am Xander Zandahar. You must be the half-elf Ashbourne. We heard about you.
What have you heard about me, Xander
Zandahar.
Zahandahar?
Yes. Well, we all must be going. Mahadi is waiting for you all. He wants to speak with you. He has requested an audience. That is why we are here. So, you must come with me. But the body of your friend, allow me to offer my condolences. They must come with us so he can be prepared.
He needs... And Ash's voice breaks. He needs a proper burial. I don't trust it down here. I need to get to the surface, and I need to bury my friend.
Well, the surface... I don't know if it's possible. Maybe Mahadi knows if you can get to the surface. But please, trust me, no harm, no further harm will come to your friend. And we will do whatever we can to preserve him. Allow us to take care of him. We promise to take care of him.
If I find out you are lying to me, I will personally make sure to kill you myself.
That I understand. Thank you. And he claps. And three of the guards break off in formation, come up to Ash, gently grab Knock Spotty from Ash, and they carry him away. Then Xander looks at the rest of you and he says, are you ready?
Okay, I want to turn to Ash because I saw her come from the backstage.
Yes.
And say, did you see Perrin or Little Smoke back there?
Perrin, and I kind of show you his rapier. Mm-hmm. Perrin is hurt. I think... And I whisper, I lean in to whisper to Shaka. I think he's in trouble. I saw blood, and he's not back there.
All right, and Little Smoke?
Not there.
All right, so I'm gonna turn to the
Xander.
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 Yeah. So I'm gonna turn to Xander and say, can you leave some people here to investigate and find out what happened to our other friend?
They will investigate. Of course, they will investigate. We can leave people here. This is Mahadi's, so we will investigate, of course, because the cost. Look at this place. The cost to repair this will be great. So Mahadi wants to know what happened.
All right. And also, do you know who Lucas, insert last name?
Claudius. Lucas Claudius.
Who Lucas Claudius is?
I think those questions are best answered by Mahadi. We must go to him.
So you do.
We must go to him.
All right.
Lucas Claudius is dead. That's who he is. And Celise is carrying Rin, even though she's like still hurt with these arrows. She's like gently holding Rin. She's just like, no.
Please, all of you, follow me. And so he looks at all of you. He looks at Rin and Shaka and Celise and Robbie and Ash, Chips, Nim, Levon, and Lulu. And he says, come with me. And you guys all leave the music hall at MSG. You walk back out into Mahadi's Square Garden. And you walk towards the lift. And you all get into the lift. And if you remember on the lift, there were 2 floors. There was one floor above the recreation area that said VIP. And then there was another one that was completely blank. So Xander sticks his finger in a hole right next to the blank button. And when he puts it in, he puts the finger in, that he winces a little, and that button lights up on the lift. He pulls his finger out, and there's a little drop of blood on his finger. And then he pushes the VIP button, and you start to move up. You go up 1 level, and it hits the VIP, and he looks at Levon and Nim and Lulu, and he says, Mahadi only asks to speak to the mortals. You can wait here. I know you're familiar with this area. So they all look at each other. You look at them. Are you guys going to protest?
No.
Yeah,
No.
I don't think I am.
All right. They bid their farewells, and they get off. The lift doors close.
Robbie's just like, who were those guys? I mean, it seemed like you guys all knew them, but I didn't know them. Okay.
Oh, those guys?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're,
Like the tin guy?
oh, this is Nim. He's pretty awesome.
Oh, okay. I know now's not time to talk
No,
about
it's
this.
probably not.
Yeah, okay, sorry.
No, it's cool.
I didn't
No,
mean
I
that.
know, I'm not a
Oh, yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It was really weird. It was really quiet in that.
in that fight.
Yeah, well, no, when we were walking with them.
Right.
Oh yeah.
It was very awkward. Okay.
So you get up to the next floor, and the doors, just as the doors are about to open, there's something you guys notice. Everyone roll perception. I'll roll for Ring.
11.
10.
Lisa's hurting from that fight. She only got a 9.
17.
9. Ashbourne, I think it's only right that you notice this the most. You guys are, to say that you're distracted would be an understatement, I think. But Ash notices something. While you've been in the Wandering Emporium, you've smelled a lot of things, a lot of different things. Most of them have been bad. But there has always been that pervasive smell of sulfur and death and decay just in Avernus. It's just, you almost don't even, you've almost become nose blind to it because it's so pervasive. Mm-hmm. But Ash realizes she doesn't smell that right now. she smells lavender. And then the door is open. And you open up to beautiful music playing and just wonderful smells. There are beautiful flowers. And there's a level of humidity in here. It's weird. And a man in all white comes out. He's well, not a man. He's a kenku, and he looks at everyone and he says, "Hello, you've been expected. Allow me to introduce you to Mahadi's beautiful spa. Please make yourselves comfortable, and we will take care of the rest. Mahadi will see you very, very soon." So they've got all of these attendants for all of you. And they have these robes, beautiful robes. They look really soft. Do you guys put the robes on?
Well, Celeste still has arrows sticking out of her.
Yeah. I'll say that when they were tending to Rin, that they took your arrows out and dressed your wounds.
Shaka is very confused.
Yes.
And he's like, why are we getting spa stuff? We need to figure out how to bury our friend and get out of here and find our other friend.
All in due time, my good friend. Mahadi would like to speak to you. And Mahadi thinks that it's best to speak to everyone when we're relaxed. You get the best information out of people who are relaxed, and he would like to relax.
Is he here?
Mahadi, of course, Mahadi is here. Mahadi is always here. This is his wandering emporium, of course.
Right. I want
to
roll persuasion on this guy.
Sure.
And say, I want to speak to him immediately.
Go right ahead and roll persuasion.
Or I guess intimidation, whatever.
Yeah, that is definitely...
they're both charisma.
Definitely intimidation.
Rolls. Yeah, because this is ridiculous. 23.
23. Oh. Well, you will speak to him when Mahadi is ready. But, young Sharafka, the tiefling, I would suggest it not wise to make demands of Mahadi in the Wandering Emporium. It is his, after all.
All right, so Shaka's like kind of flaring, like his nose.
Yes.
And he looks very upset.
Right.
He kind of looks at his party members and he kind of begrudgingly, I guess, takes this robe because it seems like everybody else is down with it. But,
you snarl a little, and when you snarl, they see like your incisors.
Yeah.
It feels like your horns are starting to grow a little bit. Oh, sweet. Like you feel the heat from your anger, but you feel it in your horns, which is a little weird. The Kenku looks at you and he smiles and he says, "That's the tiefling that we know." And he claps again. And there's a bunch of people that just come out of nowhere, it seems like, and they're presenting you all with elixirs and herbs. And you look at these elixirs and herbs, and you immediately recognize them as healing elixirs and healing herbs that would normally in Faerun, those would heal you. So do you guys take them?
Celeste does, and she just like snarls and like it's like, just show me to a tub.
I do.
Okay.
I do.
All right.
I take him too.
So
she can lay on hands. She doesn't.
all of you that take the herbs get 20 hit points back.
Smoke these herbs.
So
And I, because I was at full health, I don't know how I managed that fight
Yeah,
at full
yeah,
health,
yeah.
Hulk, but can I keep mine?
yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. So
Because we still have health potions from our extra life benefit.
You
I am
absolutely.
hoarding them.
No, Selisa's just going to lay hands on herself once she's in the bath,
it-
which sounds dirty. Oh my God.
Well,
Hey man.
Hands to heal.
yes, to heal.
Y'all know
To
what I
heal.
meant.
Hey, it's
This is
when I
spa
get
day.
that feeling.
Like it's paladin training. I think it's cool. It's cool.
Is it over? Are we done yet?
Other people have to use that bath.
So
You know what? I'm just going to go.
so you are promptly walked behind you guys were in like this lobby. It's very, very serene. You're walked behind that lobby and you're walked into this room with this giant whirlpool bath. And in the center of the bath, the circular bath, is a man. It's a regular human with just a glorious mustache. They would call it like a mustachio. It is just every hipster's envy, this mustache. And a nice goatee, nicely groomed and manicured hands. And he just says, "Oh, we finally have you, yes? The mortals that have come to Avernus, please, please, please come. Enjoy yourselves in my spa. Enjoy Mahadi's goodness. Please, take a load off." And do you guys get into the pool with Mahadi?
So Ash is assuming that because she remembers Mahadi vaguely because she was a fox last time.
Yes.
Or dire fox.
Yes.
But
Good save.
she remembers
advantage.
like that, not that he was reasonable, but that he is like willing to chat about stuff.
Yes.
So she kind of looks at everybody there and then proceeds to go into the pool.
All right. Okay.
You're rolling so many dice and I don't know what it
Yeah,
means.
I am.
Oh, and then your skin falls off because the pool is acid.
Yeah, I am not going into the pool yet.
Right.
I'm just gonna look at Mahadi and say, we need to get down to business.
Oh, there is always time for business. That is what Mahadi is all about. But please, I like to be relaxed during business. Is anyone else getting into the bath?
No, because Lisa wants to like rinse off the blood.
I'm getting in the bath.
Okay.
Yeah, Robbie.
So
I'm
Robbie-
in my
Robbie.
like 1920s one piece.
Bathing suit?
yes.
Yes.
Robbie,
I'm in my like 1950s like two piece.
yes.
Yeah.
All right. So Robbie reveals his robe. He takes his robe off, and he's got the red and white
Stripe.
stripes.
Yeah.
One piece from the 20s, and he gets into the whirlpool. Celise, I will say that off to your right is a place where you can kind of shower down a little, and the water is just kind of coming out like a fountain. So if you'd like to rinse yourself off before you get into the bath, you can do so there. Ash gets into the pool. Robbie gets into the pool. Rin is a little discombobulated. I will say that he is standing by Celise, as Rin would do. As soon as Robbie and Ash get into the pool, you feel different.
Oh no.
You feel fantastic.
Fantastically bad.
Yeah.
No, my emotions roller coaster.
You feel better than you've ever felt before physically. Emotionally, your state of mind is still your state of mind, but you're conflicted because you feel so good. Both of you are fully healed. You are already fully healed, both of you have inspiration.
I'm going to write a play.
I'm gonna go backpacking.
I'm inspired.
I'm gonna say that Chips is like kind of foxy paddling around in the whirlpool as well.
Yes. Please, my friends, the water, it is good. Please come in.
All right, so I see Ash and Robbie in the pool. So again, Shaka's kind of still, he's not quite in fight or flight mode, but he's still not calmed down. Right. But he does want to support his team. And even though he thinks this whole thing is a huge charade, he does get in to the pool very slowly.
And Celise?
Celise is going to sit on a bench and just sit there and stare at them because she does not trust this at all. And she's not okay.
So Rin looks at everyone. He looks at Celise. He also gets into the pool with everyone except for Celise. And Mahadi looks at you, Celise, and he says, Paladin Astorio, is it not?
Yes.
Well, I'll just say, come and join us.
Is that a request or an order?
Oh, it's definitely a request. But usually, people take my request and they do them because they know that I only have their best interest at heart.
Well, I don't know you.
Oh, you don't? Of course you know Mahadi. You are in my house. You're in my emporium. You're in my inner sanctum. No harm will come to you while you are here. This is my word. And as a merchant, my word is everything. Please join us.
She sits cross-legged and puts one foot in the pool.
You put that foot in the pool. You had like toe aches and feet aches because you're walking around in armor and stuff like that.
Yeah, you know your toe aches that you talk about every episode?
Yeah, exactly.
It's a big part of your character development. Toe aches.
Toe aches. But your foot feels like you can feel like all the aches and pains of walking around in this armor and stuff like that immediately go away in that one foot. So, and he says, okay, well, I see at least you've put a toe in, as it were. Now we can get down to business. And it's all about business here. So, well, first, let me please offer my unfortunate condolences for the unpleasantry that happened in my music hall. That was most unfortunate.
You didn't know anything that was happening, or were you aware of any?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. This is your music hall. Don't you do, like, pat-downs?
Yep.
Well, I will say that, of course, I knew about things that were going to happen there. It's
What?
my music hall.
You knew that we were going to get attacked while we were there?
Well, the particulars, a deal is made, and then we struck a deal.
Wait, what?
So there was a deal. Zariel's people came to me with a deal, and we enacted that deal. But the deal was, and I will say, the deal was that none of you that are here right now could come to any harm or could not be murdered. I would not abide by that.
So they broke the deal.
No, they did not.
They killed our friend who was immortal with us.
He was not supposed to be here.
He was still murdered.
You were supposed to be here. You came with the halfling Perrin.
You're a super smart guy, right, Mahadi? You're very smart and wise, right? That's like your whole deal.
Yeah, well, yes, it's kind of making deals is my whole deal.
Right.
Yes.
And like,
I just wonder how it would look if it looked like people kind of lied to you.
Well, no one lied to me.
I mean, that's not what I'm hearing.
Well, oh no, then you're hearing it wrong, I think.
Oh,
Because
I guess that's how rumors start.
well, maybe. But, I don't care about rumors. Mm-hmm. Everyone knows Mahadi's deals are golden.
Wait, what did you get in return, though?
Yep.
Oh, I get lots of things.
Okay.
I get lots of things. And so what you need to understand is there was a deal made to have you mortals that were in that house brought to Avernus. And then once you were here, to bring you to the Wandering Emporium so that they could find that halfling. And Zariel's people really wanted that halfling. So they made a deal, and it was an offer I couldn't refuse. But unfortunately, your half-orc friend was not part of that deal.
I don't buy that, because if they made a deal before we got here, I don't buy it.
Can I roll insight?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Roll insight.
19.
19. He sounds earnest. There's nothing that you're doing per se that would allow you to know that he is, whether or not he's lying or he's telling you the truth. But he sounds earnest. But he is also the master negotiator. So he could be lying to you. But there is nothing in the things that he has said so far that would lead you to believe in this particular instance that he is telling you something that is not true.
All right. So you want to...
Okay. So you brought us here,
Yes.
put us in, healed us up,
Yes.
took our friend to be prepared,
Yes.
which I
Because
hope
it was most unfortunate. Most unfortunate.
was most unfortunate.
Absolutely.
And I hope that they can be cremated so that I may take their ashes to the surface and not have them stay here.
We will do what we can to allow you to take them wherever you'd like.
Great.
All right. So you invited us for a reason. You're the deal maker.
That is
I think
correct.
you want to make a deal.
I do want to make a deal. And actually, I want to make you a very good deal. Because I do feel that the loss of a mortal in Avernus is always very unfortunate, unless it was planned for them to meet their demise here in Avernus. And as I said, it was not part of the deal for any of you to meet your demise here in Avernus, but it was unforeseen that your friend Knock would be here. So, the deal that I made with Zariel's forces was that I would allow them to capture that little halfling Perenunderbo that was accompanying you. But now I'm making a new deal for you guys, because chaos is good for business. I will find out everything that I can about the whereabouts of your friend Perenunderbo, and I will let you know exactly where he is and how you can attain him. How is that for a deal?
In exchange for what?
Yeah.
A favor. I may come calling at some point. Maybe here in Avernus. Maybe in Faerun. And I will expect that you will repay that favor and allow me to continue to make business great again.
I should kill him just for that.
I'm gonna be inside this world.
Don't you pee inside the whirlpool.
I want to pee inside the.
No, I know it's warm and inviting, but don't you dare.
He's gonna get an infection.
I'm gonna get an infection.
Chips is gonna get an infection, and Chips is like drinking the water.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, there's definitely some bubbles coming out from.
So Sleece is just staring him down. What's the real catch?
Oh, there is no other catch.
Then an ambiguous favor.
Well,
How about these terms of the favor? Can we put terms on the favor?
I will hear your terms.
All right, here are my terms. And I look at everybody. Okay. We cannot harm any person here for your favor. Like, I cannot commit harm to Shaka. I cannot commit.
Oh, well, sure, that is a deal, but that was never going to be something that I would do. I am not cruel.
I mean, we don't know.
I just want to lay that out there just in case.
Yes, well, but of course, I will agree to that deal.
Yeah.
Deal done?
Nope. If
you
you,
have-
yeah.
I will allow you. One more.
Oh, make it a really long sentence with it, like ands, like commas and ands and stuff like that. We should really bake
One
that in.
more stipulation.
Oh,
to this deal.
Should we sidebar?
Oh,
Yeah, can we swim over here? Hold on one second.
not too close though. Watch the yellow puddle.
Hey!
Oh, sorry.
Would you all care for some refreshments?
Sure. You got any
Yeah, like
Sunny
small
D?
food. What?
Oh, I was thinking Sunny D, but okay.
I was thinking of just tiny food, like tiny versions of the food I like.
Oh, like little turkeys?
Yeah.
So, Mahadi claps, and out of nowhere, you didn't know these people were here, but they just kind of like there's just like a legion of people that just walk up off from the sides of the walls, and they come over, and Ash, on the plate are some little turkeys and all sorts of little things that you like.
Turkeys.
Oh, so tiny. They're actually like cakes too.
Yeah.
Cut in half.
Right. And Robbie, there are some cakes.
Ooh,
there
turkey.
for you.
Oh, that tastes like turkey. Oh,
And there are a couple of drinks, and Mahadi takes one, and he sits back and he watches you guys with glee as you guys start to sidebar. So you're sidebarring.
All
okay, we
right,
should ask for a
so-
way back, right? That should be like the thing.
That's what I was going to suggest.
That's so smart.
That should be a.
That wasn't-
That should be
that's-
a
But
term.
like, let's put something else inside there, right? We could like bake that in.
That we are able to leave with everything we came with.
Oh yeah, and also anything that we want. So like vehicles. Roll on Waterdeep with those guys.
Now, will the war machines work on the mortal realm?
Oh yeah, that's true.
Probably not.
But deals are kind of like tricky, so wording matters. So saying everything that we've come with means that if they take anything from us, like a soul,
Yeah.
that we get to keep that if we go to the surface.
Oh, I feel like we got to figure out the correct
Yeah.
language on that because we could have like a monkey paw situation where we come
That's
back
what
with
I'm
like a
saying.
coin with our soul in it.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
That's
Come
a
back to the
dangerous one.
surface as no. What if our memories are wiped?
Have
Oh, no.
you guys decided?
Oh my god!
Oh, you're just
it was
popped
literally
up.
like, would you swim over here?
I just see him just emerging.
Yes.
Like-
He just comes out. He comes out of the water. His hair, he slicks back his hair, and he's like, "Have you decided?"
Well, no.
Okay, well, tell me anyway.
It's so weird when he does that. and It's,
It's a magician's laugh. I don't trust it.
Don't trust that at all. Okay.
Okay,
So we want to be able to go back exactly as we left.
Well,
Yes.
exactly as you've left.
don't say it like
don't
that.
say it like that. No. We're gonna rewind that and say
What I will
you're-
say is that none of me or my forces will make any attempts at trying to keep you and the things that you brought from the mortal plane away from you. But I cannot and will not make a guarantee
That's true.
That's
for Zariel's forces.
fair. All right.
That's fine. We just want a way out of here.
Yeah, and we want your favor to not involve hurting our friends.
Yeah.
And 3D Doritos.
Yeah.
We are not your enemy. Zariel may be your enemy.
Zariel, you're not your enemy either.
Zariel is not my enemy, no.
You're just like neutral.
Zariel allows me to continue to do what I need to do. And I continue to allow Zariel to wage her war.
Okay.
But, so, in exchange for a favor, we promise, my forces promise, to aid you in your quest of finding about the whereabouts of your friend Perrin. Mm-hmm. And we will cause no harm to you. And when I come calling, and I will, you will aid me. Deal? All right, deal. That's great. That is wonderful.
Well, you didn't have to. Okay.
That is wonderful.
Why are we
That is-
hugging right now?
Yeah, he's a hugger when he's deal.
Hugging us all at the same
No.
time.
This is how deals are done.
Mhm, strange.
Only with my dearest friends and people I make great deals with
I can't wait to meet them.
are great dear friends. You are all my dear friends.
No.
Thank you so much for enjoying your time here at the spa. Please leave us a very positive Yell review.
What?
Yep.
A Yell review.
Yell.
Yes. Leave us a very positive Yell review. And, it's 5 demons and you can
5 demons.
5 demons.
five demons. So, Xander, and Xander comes out. Yes, Mahadi. Xander, please take our friends here to the morgue to retrieve their friend, Knock Knock. And he says, okay. And you guys now have dressed. You're on the lift. You're going down to the 4th floor on the lift. And that happens to be where the constable's office is, or the constable's department. And you walk in, and they walk you over to the morgue area. And you go to find Knock Knock. They bring you to the room where Knock Knock is, and they have little refrigerators. And they open up the refrigerator where they put Knock Knock, and they open the fridge, they pull it out, and Knock Knock's body's not there.
Oh crap.
I immediately who's in charge?
What is there is an acorn.
All right.
End of episode.
What?
I'm gonna.
Oh, I get it.
That's pretty cool.
So we have a few minutes.
We do.
We have a few minutes. Is there anybody behind us? There's no one behind us, right?
There were.
I thought there was.
Was there somebody? Is there somebody behind us?
D4.
Is D4 behind us right
D4
now?
is not until 6 o'clock our time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then that's it.
So
That's all I'm supposed to do
there's
today.
nobody
that's
behind
all
us.
today.
So that we do have some time then for questions in the form of our characters. So hope guys that you enjoyed that little adventure. And so we have a few minutes for questions to our characters. Please put question in the chat if you have a question for our characters. Congratulations to who won the legendary bundle.
Bellwether.
Bellwether.
Yay,
Congratulations. Huzzah. So yes, legend what? Dairy. So the first question is from our friend Ancient Red Dragon, Celise. How did it feel to decapitate that dude? Good, bad, or indifferent? That dude being Kevin.
Indifferent because she was just running on rage and she didn't even realize it was Kevin until after he was dead.
Yeah.
So it's not like she was like, aha, I'm going to kill you.
Yes.
Wait, again, but you
Yes.
killed yourself. She's just running on pure rage still.
All right. Another question for Celise.
Oh, Jesus.
You finally got the bath you've been waiting for, but it's in Avernus. How does that feel?
Wow, Danny, you just. Celise is just. I'm trying to think of a good. So, in war movies when soldiers are totally in shock and they finally get to like rinse off.
Yes.
That's how she was just like, it was very bitter because
Yes.
she's like, because she doesn't want to be there. She doesn't trust Mahadi. She's just like, this is like the most utilitarian bath and I hate it.
Celise
Oh, Jesus.
is we're asking again, which kind of bath did you choose?
Spa, so
It's a spa.
whatever one
So
you
yeah,
want.
what kind of
She
bath
didn't really
did you want?
choose one
Yeah.
because she's just like she's like almost like, she is traumatized.
Yeah.
Because she was right there when Knock Knock got shot in the face.
Yes.
So she's like A, traumatized, and B, she was just like, I wanted a bath, but not like this.
Right. Question for Dirty D. Why didn't you use the bathroom before going into the pool?
That's my question too.
Wait, what do you mean? What? Of course. I mean, I can go at any time, guys. I drank all that elixir before I got in. What was I supposed to do?
Get out.
Well,
Hold it.
Well, he's gonna be very upset later. That's what I have to say about
No
that.
more advantage for people that get in the pool. Ash, what is your workout routine for those carrying Knock Knock gains?
Well, okay, so first you gotta do a lot of deadlifts. Oh, God, no.
Too soon.
I didn't mean it. I actually didn't mean it at all. I was thinking of like what would be the actual workout, and now I just feel bad. So like,
Wow,
never mind. I think
Find your own way
I'm
home.
sorry.
that-
Okay.
That,
Dirty D,
Look at what
how's it feel to be involved in all of this when you didn't even start none of it?
Oh yeah, I didn't know half of those people that were inside that room. People that were attacking us, people that came after us. You guys don't even know how to make friends.
Right.
Am I the only friend that you guys have made this entire time?
Yes.
the metal guy was our friend.
No, Nim.
But the metal guy that you saw was our friend.
Let me rephrase. Am I the only friend that survived that you've made?
No, Duo.
But he
He
thinks
is
he's like,
small now.
and
Yeah,
he's
he's
dead.
small
He
and
thinks he's a
frozen.
ghost.
Yeah, he thinks he's a ghost.
Well, that's weird.
Nope. It's just who he is. We accept him.
Yeah, we accept him. It's part of the
I got nothing.
All right.
I hope
so
I don't
yeah, a
become
couple
stupid.
of questions went by.
Hold on.
Yeah, let's see. All right. So while we're getting those questions that went by, Shaka, what else do you plan to cut with that sharper than normal sword? You were able
pretty
to
sharp.
use that pretty
First-
spectacularly.
First, you have to ask Ren if you can borrow it.
right. If you're allowed to use it.
Well, I feel like Mahadi's gonna backstab us, so I'm definitely got my eye on him to get sliced up.
Oh wow.
In
Okay.
his impartial, non-ethical, strictly business self.
He's strictly
So
business, man. It's
he
EPMD,
will
baby.
be the next one, I think.
Business never personal.
I got the two questions. Let's
Okay.
scroll by. So CZU Tavern asked, who's going to plant the Knock Knock tree?
Yeah, who's gonna plant the Knock Knock tree?
I like to plant it, but I think that we should all plant it
Yeah, we should
together.
all plant it. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we could talk to it every day because trees grow better when you talk to them.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah, Ranger fact.
So this is I guess, spoilers for maybe a discussion for next episode. But so earlier this season, Knock Knock came and explicitly his mission was to get the curse that Robbie received from the old witch in the woods that would eventually turn whoever had it into a tree.
Yeah.
And Knock Knock took that curse from Robbie and was planning to bring it back to his village, the elven village, and they would dispel it. But since he was killed before he was able to do that, instead of turning into a tree eventually, it seems like he may have turned into an acorn.
Yeah.
Instead.
One shot RPG. He grows back, but can only say, "I am knock knock." I am knock knock.
I am knock knock.
I do not want to deal with teenage tree knock knock. Game
knock,
Boy.
knock.
There is
knock,
a question for
Yeah.
Shaka.
Another question for Shaka. Yeah.
So, Agent Red Dragon asks, Shaka, what do you think is up with Perrin at the moment?
Oh man. So based on what Ash said when she was in the backstage, I think something did bad happen to him. I think he did get kidnapped. I would say before then, I wasn't sure. Not that Perrin would like orchestrate us being murdered, but I didn't know if he was like distracted or something like that. But now I'm pretty convinced that, and then after talking to Mahadi, that Zariel did kidnap him, and we gotta. The only reason I'd be willing to deal with someone as obviously duplicitous as Mahadi is because we got to keep the squad together. So
Me too.
Yeah. Any more questions? There was a question to the group about how we feel about these WotC campaigns compared to DM produced campaigns. I will say, Iceman, that if you ask that question to the Rivals Twitter handle at Rivals Waterdeep, I'm sure that the people that are not characters and actual real people would be more than happy to answer that question.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. These are character questions, and our characters.
And it's also a very subjective
Right.
question.
What's a
Homebrew.
WotC?
Yes, it is.
What is a WOTC?
Yeah.
Rin, spicy or mild on those thighs?
Oh, whoa,
Wow.
whoa, whoa, whoa,
I don't
whoa.
get that. What does that mean?
That's the sauce, I guess.
Wow. Is blood?
Yeah.
Does his blood count?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah,
Yeah, because I'm like, all Rin did, he decapitated 2 people and then got just absolutely
just
massacred.
Yeah, massacred in the
So-
thighs. Yeah, so because that's thighs for chicken thighs. Yeah. I don't really like you talking about my thighs that way. They hurt. But now
was a
they
little
feel
creepy.
better.
But so they're obviously spicy.
Yes. There you go. And I think with spicy Rin thighs, obviously spicy thighs, that is where we will end this week. Before we go around the table, a quick announcement. We will be not here next week. So another week off before we continue the adventure with episode 6, while everyone is at Gamehole Con. Gamehole Con. So we will. I've kind of I guess spoiled the lead a little. We will go around the table one more time, introduce ourselves, give our social medias, and talk about where we will be next. Starting stage left, my right.
I
With
will
the clean
not be
one.
At what?
The clean one. Because you're clean because you went in the bath. You were in the
I
bath.
stuck a foot in. Wow, you made me just totally blank out. Thanks.
You will not be at Gamehole Con.
I will not be at Gamehole Con. I'll actually be at BlizzCon. I'll be there as press, so whatever Diablo, Overwatch, etc. news comes out, I'll be tweeting and writing up things about it. And then in November, I'm actually a featured guest at Geek Girl Con, so I'll be back in Seattle. And then last thing for the year is PAX Unplugged. I'm doing 3 panels, and I'll be in the Diversity Lounge, so you can find me at CYPHEROFTYR. That is my handle across all social. And say hi, be nice, otherwise I'll block you.
Oh, there we go. And I'm Sharif. I play Shaka, your Tiefling Warlock. You can find all my stuff at sharifjackson.com, SHAREEF Jackson.com. Next thing I'm doing is this Thursday, the 31st, on Halloween. I'll be speaking at the System Now conference about gaming and STEM in downtown Milwaukee.
Spookwalkie.
Yeah, Spookwalkie. After that, I'm chilling.
Are you going to dress up?
Yeah, you're just as a costume. Good.
You should be Worf again.
Oh yeah, I could do my wharf. I mean,
When you said wharf, my brain went elf, and I went, what?
What?
I could be elf. I could just like just devour a cat in the middle of my lecture.
Jesus.
Oh, yeah. Hello, that's me. Hello, I am Serena Marie. You can find me on Twitter at Serena X Marie. I will be at GameholeCon, and I'm really excited. I'm running 2 games, and they're my first games that I'm running at a con. So and they're sold out, and I'm scared and excited. Both of those ceilings. I will also there'll be more on this on Monday, but I will be a special guest on the season finale of Tales from the Mist.
Yeah.
So I am very, very excited. But it is still secrety. So more details Monday.
Don't tell anyone.
Don't tell anyone.
It's a true tale.
True tale. Also, what else? Oh, if you are a fan of the Jackbox game franchise,
Yes.
I am in Jackbox Party Pack 6, hosting one of the games as the ship's AI, Dodie, who is your digital officer during emergencies. So check that out. I'm really excited.
Yes.
In the game, push the button.
Push the button.
Push the button.
It was fun. We played it.
We played it, yeah.
Good. Hey everyone, my name is Carlos Luna. You can find me on all social media under Carlos Quits. You could also find me next at GameholeCon. I'm running 2 games. I think they're both sold out right now.
Flex.
Yeah, I don't know. It should be pretty cool. If you see me there, just come up, talk. It's real cool. You can also find me on this channel on Wednesdays for Jace Bellerin Must Die, as well as you can see me in LA at the Alex Theater on November 14th. It's a Friday. It's for Lost Odyssey. Yeah, I think I'll be there. But cool. Yeah, that's all I got for the rest of the year, actually.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
And marriage.
Oh, yeah, marriage.
I love those guys so much. Hey guys, I am Cicero Holmes. I've been your DM and I've been all your NPCs and various characters. I am a various character on the social media, on all platforms. Stubby Stan is the name. Don't forget it. I will not be appearing live at any cons. I will be at no con.
No con.
Anytime soon, but I will be on social media and I am available in podcast form all over the place. Check my social media. There are going to be lots of podcasts that come out featuring my voice in various ways soon. Check it out. Well, so guys, until then, which will be 2 weeks from now. Make sure you check us out doing all sorts of stuff. Oh, let me shout out before we go. Let me shout out Brandon. He is Brandon Stennis.
Yeah.
He is gone, not forgotten. Will return when we return in 2 weeks. He is at I am Brandon TV on Twitter. And check his Scarathon out on twitch.tv /Scarathon.
Scarathon TV.
Scarathon TV, where they are raising money for the Trevor Project. Go have some fun, donate some money, laugh, cheer, cry, get scared, laugh again, do it all. Tell them we sent you. We love you. And until 2 weeks from now, guys, we say goodbye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Good night.
Okay,
Or good day. Oh, God damn it.
goodbye.